Hello.
Alright, any predictions for this one, Brian?
Well, in this particular case, I have seen both of these players play. I do think that Mered is the stronger player of the two of them, but Max can pull out some surprises and turn things around. And Mered has been encountering some various technical glitches, and so it could go either way.
And it looks like Mered has gone the north again, and Max the south.
Yeah, exact same spawns, which is not overly surprising.
Yep, actually, if anything, it might have been planned out that way, because we are playing on the exact same planet, so both players should know approximately where their opponent is.
Yep. Because there's really there are a cluster of spawns, but it's pretty clear which of the two land clumps are the best. And if you don't spawn on one of those land clumps, then well, you're making a mistake.
Yep, and it looks like Mered is actually going for Vehicle Factory this time.
Yep. Now that he knows
so
where
is
his
Max.
opponent's going to be.
Yep, actually, just wondering if this was the first round was different than this one, because as far as I know, there was only one of these one planet available for people to choose from. But last round, it seemed like no one had any ideas where their opponent might possibly be.
Weird. I don't know. Maybe they were just thinking maybe they spawn somewhere else, and then as everybody spawns in the same spots, they just get more confident in knowing the spawns.
Possibly, and it looks like both players have gone for skitters first, which is actually kind of surprising, because if you know where your opponent is spawning, there's no reason to go with
No,
a unit
not
without any
true.
offensive capabilities.
Because these skitters are very fast, so that means they get intel sooner. They're also a lot cheaper than other units. And if they were to say build an ant and send just a solo ant, then it wouldn't get there in time, and the enemy would have defensive units there, and it would get destroyed. But now, with these skitters, they get there fast, cheaply, with large vision, and now Mered has full vision over Max's base.
Yep, and it looks like he's gone for air as well. He's building some bombers, so he'll probably use those for early raiding, possibly. Which actually would work quite well, because there's only one spinner along with a vehicle fabricator, and with those bombers and the way they attack, could kill that off one hit.
Yep.
And it looks like one spinner has been destroyed, and
Here comes the bomber.
Mered's moving his other one.
If he can get a bomber and a spinner kill, that'll be a very big win.
Oh, looks like he's decided to avoid it. Oh wait, he's coming in, and he'll hit both of them. Bomber gets taken down,
Yep.
but this is taken down as well, and that kills off Max's expansion for the moment.
That was a very, very good move. Now Max doesn't have any fabricators that are expanding, and Mered's economy is just going to grow very rapidly as he has two fabbers currently working on expanding.
Yep, and with two spinners as well.
And honestly, it was a bit of a mistake for Max to only have one fabricator working on expanding and claiming new metal.
Yeah, it's actually kind of surprising seeing this, because it's the same thing for Mered. He's moved his one fabricator off of helping with that metal.
Well,
so
he
now
was
he's working on Vehicle Factory.
He was floating economy, so he's probably just trying to keep from floating his economy. He needs to get some more production value out, as he's doing pretty well.
Yep, and Mered is moving an attack force forwards, it looks like, and it's going through that eastern area.
You mean Max? Max is moving an attack force forward?
Max.
Yeah. I think I might have said the wrong name once earlier as well.
They're both M names.
Close enough.
Gray is moving his forces.
But Max still only has one fabricator working on claiming new metal spots, and he is floating eco.
Yeah, which is actually kind of worrisome, because if he's doing such slow expansion and still floating his economy, that means he's not really using much of it at all.
Yeah.
But it served the same way for Mered. He's really floating economy.
But
he's only got 3 factories at the moment.
Yeah, but but at the same time, Max does have 30 units while Mered only has 9. So once again, if Mered is going to be can hold off Max's attack, he's going to then have these far superior economy to turn things around. Oh, and Mered is putting up a radar over on that far eastern little bubble as well as a factory. So that's going to provide with such valuable intel and could very well easily go unnoticed by Max.
Yep, and Max has pushed units into the base, and it looks like he's going up the eastern side, probably hoping that that Mel cluster there would full of Mel extractors, but it's not.
Oh wow, and Mered has a radar and a factory going up on the western land bubble as well. Those are going to cause for some very nasty surprises for Max if they're not dealt with. But at the same
Max
time,
is just about to hit the power, and he'll probably take down both of those engineers.
Yep, this is not looking good.
Going up here for Mered, but that's 2. Probably he'll get 4 or 5 power. No, wait, he's just passing by the power generators.
Yep. Once again, we see that 3 times health. You have to really micro your attacks, and now they're running into the commander. Uh-oh, and Mered can't select anything.
That's not good.
He's probably going to need to restart and restart fast. Man, if Max ends up... There we go, yeah. If Max...
Yeah, I just paused it.
If... Come on, Mered, just restart real quick.
Thank goodness for the sun. So I'm not sure if we're going to have to rehost this or not.
No, we can't rehost. It's definitely way too far into the match. And honestly, although I don't know what I don't know what the rules would be for a DC, or if Mered isn't able to reconnect to the game. I don't know what the official rules are for something like that. Well, yeah, nice use of the pause feature, though.
Yeah, I grabbed that really quick. I was like, this is the time for the pause feature to come into effect.
Oh, yeah. Okay, so even with Mered losing part of his base, he lost a bunch of energy, but he's still floating eco. So all he needs to do is turn him around his commander, take out that blob of ants, and he still can pull off a win because he has a far superior economy, as well as those factories going up in either wing.
And to be honest, he didn't lose too much. He lost 1 power generator, a partial 2, 3, 4, 5 engineers, a pelter, and a factory.
Yep, and
that's really all he's lost so far.
Yeah, and once again, this is one of the reasons why I don't like the 3 times health increase for economy buildings and factories, because you have to just massively micro your attacks if you want to actually destroy anything. Otherwise, you're going to run into just this, a bunch of wounded power factories or power generators, and Mered is back, and he says he thinks he's good, so...
All right,
Here we
resuming
go.
game.
Okay,
Right,
there
so
we
just
go.
lost one more engineer.
But
Yeah,
the
one
commander's
thing I'm
moving,
surprised-
so he has been able to select.
There went an Uber cannon, and apparently, I think it took out one enemy unit. But he's able to take out Rest, finally. And he actually didn't lose too much. His economy is still much larger than Max's.
Yeah.
So, not much of a loss for him at this moment.
And Max is still expanding with only one fabricator. I am just shocked by this because I've seen Max play. I've played with Max and I've played against Max, and I've never seen him do something like this. That is just such a huge mistake, only using one fabber, especially when he's floating so much eco. He's floating eco, and his commander's working on an energy plant.
Well, what's really kind of scary is the fact that he has no more engineers. If he loses that engineer, that's it.
Yep.
He has no more engineers except his commander.
I wonder if Mered's going to go for orbital once again this match. Those bombers sure are putting in some good work.
Oh yeah, if they could just sort of slip over and take out that one engineer,
yeah.
Max would just be in a bad position.
Of course, he's already in a bad position.
Because that would kill any expansion.
Mered's economy is twice as large as Max's, although Mered isn't using a lot of it, but that'll change pretty quickly. Mered lost a bunch of fabbers, so that he lost a lot of production value, and that'll get remedied probably pretty quickly. Uh-oh, idle commander from Mered.
Yeah, I was just going to say that he could be building factories, he could be doing all sorts of things to help rebuild his base, but at this moment, looks like his commander is starting to move forwards, and he's going to be building a vehicle factory from him, and then a metal extractor.
Yep, fabbers are starting to roll off from the factories that are on the far right and far left from Mered. They're sitting idle, but they'll probably start building more factories soon.
Yep, either factories or towers. What I'd like to see from here is just toss down a tower or two just to secure the area and keep units, because if they try to come through, they're actually going, especially on the east, they'll come through single file, so just a double barrel laser tower will just rip through those units.
Very, very good point. And it
looks like
yeah,
a small skirmish is going on the slightly western area.
Yep, but it's not turning out too well for Max. He is getting in some good kills, but ultimately he's not really going to end up destroying much once he gets to the base. And bomber goes in.
Bomber.
Yep.
Lost 2 units there.
And Mered also has a radar up like he did last match in that forward peninsula, providing full intel over Max's base.
Yep, and Max still only has one fabber out at this moment.
This is just
and it's
really
just working
weird.
on grabbing metal.
Yeah, I don't know what to say. This is I'm very surprised to see this from Max. And
yep,
fabbers are starting to go to work from the on the left side base, western proxy base. Nothing
eastern
from the
base,
eastern.
He has 5.
There
okay,
we
here
go.
They're moving. Oh, it looks like he's going for power, which is surprising because he still has a. Well, no, he's not floating power at the moment, and he's going to go for orbital from here.
Very nice.
Which, it's surprising that he hasn't put up any defensive towers, because Max controls that pretty much the eastern
Whoa,
area.
And we've got advanced air going up on the western, and a teleporter queued up in the very back.
Nice. Nice move from Mered. He's definitely taking a hunk out chapter from it, but yeah. Anyways, still not a lot of defensive anything going on the east side.
Yeah, that's a pretty large incoming force.
Yeah, I'm actually kind of worried for Mered.
Yeah, since Mered is stalling power, he doesn't have intel on that incoming attack.
Oh yeah.
There we go. Now they're starting to come into range.
And there's actually some anti-air in there, so if Mered isn't careful with how his bombers attack, he's going to lose a bunch of them.
Yeah, but Mered does have a pretty large counterattack on the other side of the base, other side, and the advanced air factory is almost done. But ants are moving in towards the advanced air factory.
Bombers are coming in, and they're just getting taken out by the fighters and by those spinners.
Down goes the teleporter. Not much left to stop its incoming attack. He's building a pelter, and that's a mistake. That just gets destroyed and wouldn't have caused too much damage anyways.
I'm surprised that Mered hasn't decided to build towers at all to defend his... Just like last game, his east side is really the weakest side he's playing on.
Uh-oh, and his commander's coming under fire. We might see an upset here in a second. Oh, looks like Max is going to pull out a win.
And he is not firing off any Uber cannons.
Oh,
and
wow.
There goes the commander. And it's taken down.
Yeah, Mered's complaining about bugs. He's been having a lot of difficulties where the UI won't respond at all. That's just so unfortunate that he loses to just... Oh, man, he had such a huge advantage.